Hello, Dr. Flynn. This is George, and here is my demonstration for the IP Google Maps API project. Firstly, I'm going to start off with my code. Here's my code right here, which I got from the IP API documentation right here. So I click on IP API documentation, and I go on sterilize PHP because that's what I'm using. And here's a sample they gave us right here. As you can see, PHP class. So I copied this and I paste it in my text document. And here's my variables that will be displayed right here. That's the variable that will be displayed on the web server. After that, after we've done that, I went ahead to create a database for all the information, and I go on my Azure, go my SQL app, and I hit manage. And here's my folder IP API, IP tables. So right here are all the information that are going to be submitted into the form for our visitors. As you can see, status, country, country code, region name, region, city. And then we want to create a database connection. So I went back to my code, create a database connection. Here's my database connection, and also created a variable that has SQL syntax to submit the corresponding information for this variable in this column. In order for it, these are the SQL syntax in order for it to correspond to what we have right here. And after that, here is my Google Maps API documentation. I also got that from the Google Map documentation. I click on documentation, I go on Google Maps JavaScript API, and I go on using MySQL and PHP with maps. And here's the sample, and I copied all this and I pasted them in my text document. I went ahead to look for a static map, and then I took the latitude and latitude value from right here, and then I put them into the latitude and longitude initialized map using JavaScript right here in order for it to locate my location. Then I created a marker that will pin the map, and that was created right here. As you can see, the map, new map, center, new Google Maps, latitude and longitude, and I zoom it to 12. Then I go on my Azure to check it out, and as you can see, all the information are displayed right here. You can see United States, country, region, Maryland, Frostburg. Here's the zip, all the information, and also here's my map, and here's the map marker. And then I go into my database to see that all the information are stored. I go back to my database and I go on browse. As you can see, I've done this multiple times, 23 times success. So all the information that were stored here, the server, Maryland, Frostburg State, Frostburg, the zip code, University of Maryland, they are all stored in my database. These are the numbers of entries, and that is my project for the IP API. I encountered some difficulties with this project because initially I was setting it up using the VMware, and I was encountering some network issues before I was advised by one of my classmates, Matthew, that I should switch it to Azure, which later worked fine for me. In conclusion, I think Azure is a very good way to utilize the cloud, and I also believe a lot of companies are using it more often because it allows different access from anywhere, and that's why it makes it very useful, like in the workplace and everywhere entirely. Thank you for listening. Here's my project.